Street Tubers, and welcome back. And today, as you can see right here, we have the 400 and it is pretty much ready to go in. I'm going to prime it today. I'm also going to show you guys a Jegs off-brand MSD knockoff. They say it's not knockoff, it's their own brand, but it is pretty much looks exactly like an MSD Bullet Pro slip neck, where you're putting that in and setting the height, make sure you have proper gear engagement with the distributor to the cam. So that's what we're doing today. Oh, man, look at that. Is that not an absolute unit or what? This is extremely cheap. I'm not sure what it is. Did I call this a Jegs distributor before? Anyways, I'm sure I corrected that in post. But anyways, I'll put the price right here. I can't remember exactly what the price is, but it's looking pretty good. But before we can discuss this, we need to use this guy right here to prime the motor, because of course it goes in the same location. Ladies and gentlemen, we have some old school goodness. Oh, and look, I've actually bolted it all down. It's actually for real this time, guys. Bolted down. I got the rockers in there, lifters are in there, push rods, stud girdles, lashes all set. So man, this guy is making some actual real progress. Oil filter. I got a dip stip right here. Dippity dip dip, dippity doodah. Where's this go? Right here. And it slides in like beautifully. This is a low car. Uh-oh. Why are you not sliding in anymore? Oh, here it goes. Has a nice, beautiful fit. It's gonna go right here on the headers. So let's primer. So if you have a drill here, make sure you're on the high torque settings of your drill if it has it. That's fast, and see that's high torque. If you want to see why, it's kind of funny. They'll do this. Let's watch this oil pressure too. See it? It'll start to smoke. So put it on the high torque settings. Smells like my cooking. All right, high torque settings will be fine, see? Man, she's making 60 right now? Good Lord. I hope she ain't making too much oil pressure. Okay, so I pulled out the big guns. This one really spin hard. It spins pretty fast. So we'll see how high it goes. You know, it is pretty thick oil. You know, it's breaking oil, and it also is cold. So the motor is going to have way higher oil pressure when it's cold versus when it's warmed up. So let's try this again and see where it pegs. I have a feeling it's gonna be way up there with this guy. All right, let's see. Here we go. Good God. A little over 80. Let me turn it over a little bit. Get it in all the lifters. Ah, okay, it's a little less now. That's good. There's just probably in a section where it wasn't really flowing through. So let's keep on turning it over. A little more. Turn it over a little more. Oh, This one's smoking too. Freaking Harbor Freight. Maybe that's why oil pressure went down, because it's getting hot. All right, a little more and we'll call it quits for this. See that? Maybe the pressure release springs and the pump opened up. I feel better now that I saw it fluctuate a little bit. Okay, so I did it several more times off camera. Let's see if we have oil up here. Has it come through? Let's see. Oh yeah, see that right there? So I'll say we have successfully primed the motor. Let's go over here to the other side and see what we got. Make sure we got flow on both sides. I'm pretty certain we do. And yes, we do. We have oil down in there too. So we have successfully primed this bad boy. Come on, get in your home. There you go, get in your home. So now let's drop in the distributor over there. Okay, so the way I do this, I just put some grease on one end so that way I can see where it's touching on the cam down there. I'm not sure if this is the correct procedure to put this in. You're using a slip neck. I just get this guy nice and loose. I do not use the gasketing on there because I let the gasket be the clearance I'm going to be. It's actually pretty thick. It's going to compress some more. And what you want a little bit of clearance on the end of this guy so when the shaft goes in, let me grab this real quick. So basically, this is what's on the other end inside the motor. And this guy goes into your distributor, and this is what turns your pump. So I let this be that little bit of clearance because you don't want this guy binding on here and pushing on your oil pump shafts. You need a little bit of clearance so it has a little bit of wiggle room in here. So that's why I don't use this when I'm setting it up. I push it all the way down, and this is my little bit of clearance to give this guy just a little bit of room so when it's turning around, it should be a-okay. Like I said, I don't know if this is the correct procedure. This is the way I do it. Never had a problem. We're just gonna slide it down. And we gotta turn it over. All right, and I do believe that is all the way in. So now, I'm gonna tighten this guy down. If this one's anything like the MSD, you got two small set screws right here. And we're just I'm gonna push it down as far as it'll go. I'm gonna gently, well not gently, but a little bit, do the small ones first. Just turn it around. And this guy right here. Get them nice and snug. These little small ones first, because they'll kind of go in and grab the shaft right there, right? Grab the shaft. And then we're going to take the larger one and tighten it down, and that should lock it down. All right, so we got that right there. And we're just going to snug it down. And that is pretty much how I set it. Let's see how our engagement is. But if you look right here, see that little part where it's the most wear, where the oil's there? So we got that gear directly in the middle on the cam and right here. So I'm gonna call that pretty darn good. See that right there? Pretty darn good. Gear engagement. We'll call that good. All right, so I put the cover back on. Let's push this 400 back in the corner. Well, what? What'd you say? Before you come out, you want me to hit you over the head with some more nitrous? Are you sure? Okay, let's go for a ride. it.